guys balling. Thank you for vibing with me. Make sure when you come in the building, make sure you stay a little while. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We cover the Philadelphia 76ers, the Philadelphia Phillies. We're also going to cover the NBA playoffs. And we're also going to do a little bit of boxing as well. So if you are feeling the vibes and you like good vibes, consider subscribing to your boy. Now, let's get to the topic of the video. Let's get to the topic of the video. Why is there so much dislike for SGA? And like that's the first sentence. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. Then we're going to talk about just NBA talk in general. Then we're going to talk about the rumors in the 2025 NBA draft. But my question for the NBA world: what is the dislike for SGA? Is it really just him flopping? What really is it? Because there's a lot of players that flop. I mean, is it because your team lost to the Thunder? What is it about SGA? Shout out to my guy Big Task in the building. Shout out to my guy Big Task in the building. Shout out to my guy Big Task in the building. He is here. Mary is here. Good morning. Good morning. Is it morning? What time is it, y'all? I mean, good afternoon. Good afternoon. My bad, y'all. Hey, listen. I'm thinking it's still morning. I probably woke up a little late this morning. That's probably why. You know what I mean? Yeah. So good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're at. Good evening if you're somewhere else in the world and you happen to watch this video. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Happy weekend. What's going on? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hey, happy Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, happy Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Happy weekend. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. It looks like morning because it's cloudy. Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it real. It is cloudy over here where I'm at. It looks like it's been raining. The weather isn't the nicest right now. It's not hot. I want it to be I don't see my perfect weather. This is kind of random. My perfect weather is like maybe a good 76, 77 degrees with a little bit of a small little breeze. Just a small little breeze. You know what I mean? That's perfect weather for me. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be too hot. I don't want it to be too cold. But getting back to the topic. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Thank you, brother. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Thank you, Mary. I didn't see your comment. Thank you for to all the fathers out there that are good fathers, that are taking care of their responsibilities and doing what they got to do. You feel me? Salute to each and every one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. If you didn't hear it from anybody else today, I appreciate you. I'm pretty sure your kids appreciate you. Everybody appreciates you. We appreciate the good fathers. And God bless to all the good fathers out there. But salute to everybody that's in the building. But listen, y'all, get back to the topic. So, what is the dislike for SGA, y'all? What is the dislike for SGA? I mean, natural, you'll probably have a dislike. Say, for instance, I'm a Sixer fan, right? When we lost to the Lakers, I had a dislike for Shaquille O'Neal. I couldn't stand Shaquille O'Neal. I couldn't stand Kobe Bryant all like that as well. There's no disrespect to them, R.I.P. to Kobe. But I couldn't stand because they beat the brakes off my team. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't stand them because they was in our way to win a championship, and the Sixers haven't won a championship since 1983. By the way, everybody that's in the building, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We cover the Sixers, the Phillies, the NBA playoffs, and we will be covering the boxing as well. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, double tap the screen, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's definitely going down. Can tell you why don't people like SGA? What is the real dislike for him? Because all off the court, I don't hear nothing about the man. So it can't be his personality off the court. What is it on the court that is so bad that it's to the point where a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he's just a free throw merchant. He just all he scores is free throws." So if we know that's not even factual, because if you look at the numbers, even if he shot 10 free throws a game and he made all 10, if he's scoring 30-something points a game, that means there's 20 other points that's not free throws. So that's not even factual, right? So we gotta keep it real. So is it because he beat your team, or what is it? Because if you talk about flopping, because I watched the whole entire game. Most of the game, right? Especially the fourth quarter. And my whole thing is this: flopping, unfortunately, I think there's a little bit of baiting, and I think there's a difference between baiting and flopping. Yes, he flops, but there's a lot of other superstars in the NBA that flop. And shout out to my guy Samuel in the building. People don't like SJ because he stole. Listen. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. You know what I mean? My guy, Hartenstein he didn't want to be with y'all. Listen, it is what it is, bro. You can't stop that. But it's like there's a lot of other superstars throughout the NBA that flop. You could go down the list. You could go from LeBron. You could go, and there is superstars that don't flop. I'm not saying no like Leonard. I don't think Leonard flops. I don't see Ant-Man flop. He'll complain, but he won't flop. There's a difference. He'll complain, how come you ain't calling the foul call? And that's just a natural reaction. If you're getting hacked and you don't get the foul call, I will complain too. So there's nothing wrong with that. He don't flop. There's not, but all in all, I'm gonna keep it real with you. From Jokic to Jalen Brunson to Luka to what's another star? Victor Wembanyama. They all flop. They all flop. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy Samuel in the building. But yeah, they all flop. So I'm trying to figure out what is it about SGA where they're just like, oh my gosh, he's always at the free throw line. Bro, he only made, listen, how many free throws did he shoot? 11? So he had 30, what do you have, like 35 points, 11 free throws made or 10 free throws made. So you subtract 10 from 35, and what does that leave you? That's 25 points. So you're not scoring all your buckets from the free throw line. And it's part of the game. If you bait somebody, like for instance, if I pull up for a midi, right, and your hand is on my shooting hand, I'm going up and I'm going to try to shoot that midi, and the ref is going to call that every single time. I do understand the antics of when some players do like the whole acting and they're like, they fall on the ground, they looking like they got hit with a two-piece, uppercut, left hook, right hook, a jab, and they looking like they get like, listen, man, I understand those type of flopping, but I watched the fourth quarter definitely, and I didn't see no flopping. He got to the free throw line because he got fouled, and he baited players to foul him. If you got your hand in the cookie jar and you go up for that dang on midi, you're going to go to the free throw line. It is what it is. And listen, I can understand I can understand when he does, if he doesn't. I don't see him flopping dramatically like some of these other players do, but when he does, when he's a little bit dramatic with his free throws, I understand the frustration. I understand how y'all feel. But in this game, in this finals, he has not been the most dramatic actor when it comes to flopping. He's baiting people and they're fouling him. When he a couple of middies that he went up for, they had their hand in the cookie jar. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Probably because he plays the game the right way and he gets his money in the paint. He does everything. He gets his money from the outside. And then he was clutch in the fourth quarter. He made a 3-point shot. That was his only 3-point shot of the game. He made a couple of turnaround middies. He drove to the lane, breaking dudes off the dribble, driving to the lane, getting layups. And he also, on top of that, y'all, he baited people to foul him. He baited them. That's part of strategy. That's part of the game. A lot of these players bait people. For instance, when you're driving to the lane and you fake go for the left and they guys jumps in the air and then you go up and you go up in them and then you go up and your body hits them, that's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul. You baited him. But I don't see the dramatic flopping that everybody else is seeing. I'm trying to figure it out because if you're saying that he's being overly dramatic with the flopping, then you got to call out every single superstar that flops. Not just SGA. Is it because he's shooting almost 90% from the free throw line? I'm just saying. Because, listen, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but you got to take into account all the other points he scores throughout the game. I don't respect SGA game due to the flop. And the foul baiting. The foul baiting is part of the game. You can't take that out the game. Through the history of the NBA, from all the way going back to Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe, Tim Duncan, everybody foul baits. If you're talking about flopping, that's a different story. But every superstar foul baits, bro. Every single guy. Because that's part of the strategy. So there's a difference. We got to separate the flopping from the foul baiting. Foul baiting is different from flopping. Flopping is when you're like, oh my gosh, he hit me so hard, and they're acting. Foul baiting is part of the game. It's been part of the game throughout the history of the NBA. Every superstar foul baits because a lot of the time when you fake, what if you're shooting a jump shot, right? And you fake and they go up in their feet and they land on you, that's foul baiting. That is called foul baiting. So we gotta stop putting flopping and foul baiting in the same category together. I don't think that's factual. I don't think that's factual. And we gotta stop and listen. We can blame the refs. The Pacers did not make their shots. It wasn't just the refs. We're not gonna blame the refs, or y'all could. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. People can blame the refs all they want. They lost. They were bricking for chicken from three. I seen Tyrese Halliburton airballing threes. I seen him turn over the ball. I seen Alex Caruso doing them dirty, stealing the ball, getting layup. I seen it, bro. I watched the fourth quarter. Every point in the fourth quarter was not a free throw. It's not a free throw, bro. Yeah, that's my ringtone. That's my ringtone. That's my ringtone, man. Don't be coming out my ringtone, bro. But we gotta I don't understand it, man. If you want to talk about foul baiting, that's part of the game. Every superstar, you can't name one superstar throughout the history of the NBA that has not foul baited. If you want to talk about flopping, that's a different story. But if you want to talk about foul baiting, every superstar has. Michael Jordan, every superstar has. Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson, every single person foul baited. Because when you pump fake, what's happening to the defender? They might smack your arm. They might jump in the air. They might land on you. That's foul baiting. But it's different from flopping. Flopping is when you're acting with the antics and you're like, oh my gosh, someone just really tackled me. That's different than foul baiting. Throughout the history of the NBA, there is a strategy called foul baiting to possibly get the and one. I'm just being real with y'all. Yo, Mike, the Pacers haven't lost back-to-back games since March. Got them winning game 5. We're going to see. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. Curry has it. Oh, wow. What's going on, money? SGA pushed off. I mean, well, we're going to get – I just don't even want to get into, all the little And I'm really sticking up for SJ because it's just people are trying to take away how good of a player he is because he makes his free throws 90% clip, a 90% clip from the free throw line, and he destroys everybody. So, all right, the one push-up that you're talking about, what about all the other plays? So is he pushing off on every single play that he scores? Is he pushing off on his layups? Is he pushing off when he's hitting a step back three? Is he pushing off when he's on every play that he scores? Is he pushing off? Or are we just talking about one play? Because I'll tell you one thing, every superstar pushes off some way, somehow. You can't name one that hasn't. Name one that hasn't pushed off at all. And I promise you, if you look at the highlights, there's something that he's doing, pushing off. It's part of the game, bro. The game can't be so soft where you can't do anything. You know what I mean? But if your hand's in the cookie jar defensively and you pull up for a midi and his hands are there, the refs are going to call that foul every single time. Especially depending on who you are. Especially. I've seen a lot of times where, and I'm not saying that Bull doesn't deserve to get to the free throw line. Hold on, make sure that's an alarm. All right, the alarm was going off. I had to make sure everything is good. All right, so hold on, y'all. And I think it's a thing, but maybe from I don't think it's because he's from Canada. The homegrown players are happening right now, and that's the blame of the American players. I'm not blaming international players because they're better than the American players right now. I'm not saying they are, but I'm just saying the top dogs are international players. The top American player, in my honest opinion, is Ant-Man or Jason Tatum. I mean, those are the two that comes to mind. I mean, there's a big problem with SGA that has a lot to do with the league as a whole. I don't know. Some of the calls in the end felt like ball out calls. Nah, if you foul with it, there's a whole reason why there's 24 seconds in a shot clock, right? So if you foul the last couple of seconds of the shot clock, it's a foul. I watched the fourth quarter. I seen the fouls. Some of the fouls were literally their hand was on his shooting hand when he pulled up for the midi. That was a foul, bro. How many times does Joel look? And I'm a Sixers fan. How many times did people try to say Joel Embiid is a foul? He's just always at the free throw line. But what about the other 20 points he scored? He'll score like 40 points. He'll have 10 points from the free throw line, and they were like, "Oh, he's just a foul. He's baiting, which is okay to do that, and he's just getting all his points from the free throw line." What about the other 20 something points that he scored? If your hand is in the cookie jar, and your hand is on their shooting hand, so be it. And I'm just gonna have to agree to disagree with a lot of people because guess what? It ain't gonna change the storyline. Whoever wins this final between the Pacers and the Thunder, I guarantee it's gonna be SGA being the Finals MVP, or it's gonna be Tyrese. Nah, honestly, it could be Siakam being the MVP. I don't know. But it's either if the Pacers win, I think it's gonna be Tyrese Halliburton being the MVP. And if the Thunder win, it's going to be SGA being the MVP. And all the people that's saying that he's a free throw merchant is part of the game. You can't take free throws out of the NBA. So if that was the case, then you might as well take a listen. There might as well never call a foul. There should be no punishment for fouls, and the game will be changed. The game wouldn't be where it's at. And at the end of the day, you still got to hit them free throws. I mean, I know it's wide open. There's still pressure at the end of the game to make them, and it's been part of the game since the NBA's been started, since it was invented. Free throws was part of the game, so you can't take that out of the game. So until they take it out the game, all the free throw merchant. I mean, I'll be a free throw merchant if it takes my team winning the game and they're calling the fouls, and if it's a foul. If you baiting them and they foul, I'm okay with that. The flopping is what I don't like. I don't like the flopping. But if you're going to send me to the free throw line because you can't guard me, so be it. I'll go to the free throw line every single possession. They need to change the rules. It's an NBA problem because Neesmith just kept his hand on Shai's shoulder. In my opinion, that's a regular season foul, not a playoff foul. When you go up and your hand is on his shooting shoulder, you can't have contact on somebody when they're pulling up for the midi. It is what it is. I know y'all go for people that's going for the Pacers. I know y'all want to say, "Oh, well, that's not a foul." Bro, it's a foul. If your hand is on the player that's pulling up for the midi or it's a shooting motion, it's a foul. Regardless. Take your hand off of his shoulder when he's shooting. You can be physical, but when he's about to shoot that ball, you cannot put his hand between his shoot. Put your hand up. Put your hand up in between both of his hands when he's shooting, and you might stop him. Good luck, because SGA is the MVP of the regular season, and if they do win, he's going to be the MVP in the postseason, MVP in the finals. And I'm not cheering for either team, but a lot of people are pushing the net. And you know what it reminds me of? Like when I'm a Sixers fan, so they will always talk about, oh, Joel Embiid, all those fouls shouldn't count. If you take the free throws away, he won't be that good. Well, Joel Embiid will average 30-something points. So take away 10 free throws, that gives them 20-something points a game. So it doesn't really change the narrative. But free throws are part of the game, y'all. And if you put your hand on the guy that's shooting the ball, it's going to be a foul. Regardless of what anybody thinks, they're going to call a foul. It is what it is. They're going to call it. There's ways you can play defense without putting your hands on a shooter on their shooting hand or in the cookie jar or putting their hands on their shoulder when they're pulling up. They're going to call that foul every time, bro. They're going to. He traveled and pushed off. Scott Foster was right there. The Pacers lost, but I'm just saying towards the end. What about all the other baskets? What about he scored how many points in the fourth quarter? What about all the other baskets that he scored? Are we just talking about one play? That one play was not the reason why the Pacers just lost the game. The Pacers lost because they wasn't making their shots. The Pacers lost because their defense fell apart when it counted the most. Their defense fell apart. They turned the ball over. Offensively, they were turning the ball over. Tyrese Halliburton airballed a three in the fourth quarter. Whether people want to admit it or not, even if you're going for the Pacers, if you're a Pacers fan, the Pacers were turning the ball over. The Pacers also missed the free throws. They missed like 5 free throws at the end of the game. So what? Are we going to just take away the fact that the Pacers missed all those free throws? Are we going to take away the facts that the Pacers were not able to make any shots in the end? Are we going to take away the fact that the Thunder put that pressure on them and they was turning the ball over? What about everything else? Take that in. Have full context of the whole situation. What about all the shots that they missed down the stretch? What about the turnovers? What about how many free throws did they miss? The Pacers, I think, should have, could have won this game. Honestly, if they would have made their free throws, it could have went to overtime. But they were breaking for chicken from the free throw line. They were choking at the free throw line. And that's just the bottom line facts. They choked at the free throw line. They was missing free throws left and right. What's the old saying I used to always say? When Oprah Winfrey would say, you get a car, you get a car, you get a brick free throw, you get a brick free throw. Hey, you on the back, you get a brick free throw. They wasn't clutch at the end. The Thunder deserved to win because they made more plays. I'm not putting all the reason why the Pacers lost because a referee missed a call. Refs miss calls every single game. Refs make bad calls every single game. So I'm not just going to select 1 or 2 plays throughout the whole entire game that, oh, wow, the Pacers lost because they just were calling every foul on SGA went to the free throw line 50 million times, which he didn't. And on top of that, we're going to take away the fact that the Pacers were missing all their free throws. The Pacers could have won this game. And Tyrese Halliburton, look, I give Tyrese Halliburton so much credit. I give this man so much respect and so much love as a player because I understand people do not like Tyrese Halliburton for some strange reason. I don't know what it is about him, but they don't like Tyrese. And Stephen A. Smith saying, oh, he's not a superstar. I think Tyrese Halliburton is a superstar, but whatever. But just my opinion. I think he's a superstar. But Tyrese Halliburton did not come through in the fourth quarter. He did not come through. Siakam did not come through. The Pacers as a team did not come through. And when they had opportunities to win this game and actually tie the game up, they were bricking for chicken or turning the ball over or missing free throws. Let's keep it real. The big problem with SGA is the grand scheme of things. He belongs in he belongs in the NBA. SGA elite, but think some fans just hate how he overdoes it at times. But looking for fouls, I have no problem with. He baiting. Every superstar baits fouls. It's about the flopping. If you want to talk about the flopping, I 100% agree with each and every one of y'all. I don't like flopping. I don't like floppers. I don't like it. But the baiting is part of the game. When you fake, you're baiting. When you fake to hit a midi, you're baiting. It's part of the game. It's like, why would I just, I'm going to go for this easy layup. I'm going to bait you in the fouling me. I'm going to do a reverse layup and you're going to have to foul me. You're going to have to smack my hand so I don't get this reverse layup on you. I'm baiting you to hit my hand or try to, I'm going to fake you out. I'm going to do something. You're baiting. I feel like the Thunder, hold on. I feel like the Thunder are way too physical and miss some calls on Caruso. I feel like the Thunder are way too physical and miss some calls on Caruso and Lou Dort. Mike, can I give a Sixers hot take? Give me a hot take, bro. Let's go, Sixers. Yo, Mike, 11 points in 3 minutes. Yeah, people want to hate on Bull because the Thunder won. But I promise you, if it was the other way around, if Tyrese Halliburton was baiting and going to the free throw line, but he's not that type of player. If it was the other way around, no Pacer fan would have anything to say. No NBA fan. I guarantee you, most NBA fans will be like, all right, whatever. They'll be like, whatever. But since it's SGA, he won the regular season MVP, and he possibly, I'm saying possibly because this series is 2-2. It's tied up. Like, I don't know who's going to win this series. But if he does win, he's going to be the Finals MVP. I'm just keeping it real. But if it was the other way around, people wouldn't complain about Tyrese Halliburton. I'm telling you, if it was Luka, they don't even. Luka is the biggest flopper. Victor Wembanyama is a big behind flopper. Jalen Brunson is a big flopper. But guess what? None of the players I just named can hit 90% from the free throw line. SGA can. When it comes to acting and flopping, Luka's a better flopper. Jalen's a bigger flopper. Victor Wembanyama's a flopper. Jokic be flopping. All the superstars flop. But it's about baiting as well. I don't like the flopping, but the baiting is part of the game. I'm going to the best player of all time. You think Michael Jordan didn't bait people from fouling him? When he's going to fake the midi, right? They're going to jump in the air. He's going to jump up. And if they land on him, that's baiting a foul. That's baiting a foul. That's just part of the game. But I do agree with the flopping. I don't like flopping. But until the NBA gives these players like a giant fine, like a fine, I don't know how much money because these players are multi-millionaires, it's going to continue. But let's not get it confused between baiting and flopping. Baiting is different from flopping. Oh, but I look at it like this, though. What I like about, and this is what I like about Tyrese Halliburton as well. What I like about both of them, right? Tyrese Halliburton and SGA. I like the fact that they're both the type of player to put their teams on their back in the fourth quarter. I love the fact that they both can play good defense. I like the fact that like the pressure doesn't bother them. Maybe this last game, Tyrese Halliburton just had a bad fourth quarter, but at the end of the day, he's been very good all season, all playoff long. And I hope people don't look at Tyrese Halliburton, oh, he's just not good enough, like off of one game. This is why it's just so hard sometimes. And everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Sometimes when you talk about sports with people, off of one game, they'll just make it seem like the player is no good. He's a scrub, he sucks, or he's this or that. Bro, it's one game. There's the best out of three. Who's going to win? Let's see what happens. But I respect both of them. I hope they both. Oh man. Do you remember Tony? I'm probably. I'm trying to think of who you're talking about. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. The offense of the Pacers. What's going on, bro? You're right. You're the GOAT. Thank you, Jay. I'm just being honest, and I have no fight in either one of these teams, bro. I don't care. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't care. Whoever wins, may the best team win. But I'm getting tired of all the complaining when it comes to, oh, he's foul baiting. Foul baiting is part of the game. Flopping is part of the game, but it shouldn't be part of the game. There's a difference. There's a difference. And people take away so much from SGA, but the man scored 35 points. Not all his points was at the free throw line. I could listen, y'all would have a point if all 35 points was at the free throw line. I would say y'all got 100% point. You would have more of a point if 50% of his points was at the free throw line. I would give y'all a point. I would say y'all got a good point. But since he scored 35 points and 10 of his points is from the free throw line, what about all the other 25? What about the other points, man? We're missing some points here. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? The offense of the Pacers was so stagnant, no ball movement, and straight up ISO ball. Hit the corner. And you know what makes this, and I'm going to get to your comment, AJ. You know what makes this game 4 so amazing? In general, and I know the Pacers lost, but I still like the way the Pacers play overall. The Pacers could have won this game. It was a great game. Regardless of what anybody thinks, I know the Pacers lost. It was a great game. The Thunder, they were bricking for chicken from three. They made 3 threes the whole entire game. They were 3 of 16 from three, but they shot the higher percentage from the field. The Pacers should have won this game. Honestly, I think the Pacers should have won this game. They just didn't come through in the fourth. And Tyrese Halliburton, I need you to have a 30-piece nugget, bro. Listen, I understand how good you are facilitating. I love your defense. I love the way you play in the fourth quarter for the most part. But Tyrese Halliburton got to get us a 30-piece nugget one of these games, man. You can't put all the pressure on Siakam, Nembhard, Neesmith, and the guys. You got to show up and give me 30 points at least in one of these games. One of these games got to be 30 points. It should not be games where you're only scoring 18 points in the NBA Finals when you need to get O-Dub. Let's keep it real. I'm a Tyrese Halliburton fan. But you got to match the intensity of SGA. By the way, everybody in the building, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I cover the Sixers. I'm just a Sixer fan covering the NBA Finals. I cover the Sixers. I cover the Phillies. I cover the NBA playoffs. I cover breaking news for the NBA. And I also will be doing a little bit of boxing. So if you're interested and you like good vibes, consider subscribing. But yeah, hit the corner threes. The Pacers just wasn't clutch at the end of the game. The ball movement was good throughout the game except for that fourth quarter. The fourth quarter they just got destroyed. The fourth quarter they got beat down so bad. 31. This is what it was in the fourth quarter. 31-17 in the fourth quarter. You're not winning the game. And that's not just SGA hitting free throws. That's because of great defense for the Thunder and bad offense from the Pacers. And I think the Pacers got the best offense in the game. That's just my opinion. I think they got the best overall offense because I think their ball movement is the best ball movement I have seen since the San Antonio Spurs when they had Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker. That's just my opinion. I thought the Pacers should have put in Mathurin. Yeah, Mathurin struggled. He struggled from the free throw line too. I think he was one of the dudes that was bricking for chicken at the free throw line. And then Mathurin was, he was not good. You get an interception. Bro, they was throwing, they was turn. Hey, listen, you get a turnover. Like, it was like the moment was too big for them at that moment. It was like the last, what was it, like 8 minutes or 6 minutes? And then the Thunder went on like a 9-0 run. And I'm like, yo, hold on, slow it down. My whole thing is I don't remember if the Pacers. I'm pretty sure the Pacers called timeout, but I don't know. This is when I think half court offense. You got to give it to your go-to guy. If it's not going to be Tyrese, I say slow the game down. Give it to Siakam in the post. Let Siakam work. Let him work on whoever's guarding him. It don't matter if it's Holmgren. It don't matter who it is, bro. Siakam could cook any of them dudes on defense. And I have all the respect for the Thunder's defense, but at the same time, I think Siakam is a straight-up bucket. They didn't give the ball to Siakam enough down the stretch, in my opinion, especially when Tyrese Halliburton was airballing for three. Like, he can't be doing that. At least touch the rim so your team can get an offensive rebound. You know what I mean? Have a chance at an offensive rebound. There's a lot of that's true. Stephen A. Smith doesn't know anything. He was play NBA Finals game for, and he supposedly watches that. Yeah, I like Tyrese Halliburton. He's one of my favorite players in the NBA. I think he's the best point guard and I'm talking about pure. I'm not saying he's the best point guard. Let me change what I'm saying. He's the best pure point guard in the game, meaning he's the type of dude that would pass before he would want to score. So I give him that credit. He's the last of the point guards that do that. I don't think there's any point guards that do that. I mean, if you want to talk about Jokic, he's not a point guard. He's a point center because he's such a great passer. He's such a gifted facilitator. He's like the only player that I know that will pass the ball that can score anytime he wants. You know what I mean? Like, Jokic is probably like a close second to Tyrese Halliburton. Another underrated passer, but he be turning the ball over too much that people don't look at. And listen, it's Trae Young. I think Trae Young is a very gifted passer. The problem with that ball is he gets out of control sometimes. Trae Young be just, of course, Luka too. Luka's a good passer too. But yeah. Oh man, y'all keep switching up the Halliburton after he lose. Yeah, I don't switch up. Halliburton is a star to me. He a superstar to me. Telling you Indiana is winning the next game. We gonna see. Look at how they treat. Oh yeah. It's called shake and bake. Yeah. The media are slandering Ace Bailey because, and we're gonna get into that. We're about to get into the draft. We're gonna get into anything y'all want to talk about NBA wise. We're gonna get into that. But I just wanted to get that off my chest because when you talk about free throws, right? You know who took the most free throws in the NBA this past season? And he played almost 10 less games than SGA. Guess who was the leading free throw shooter when it comes to free throws attempts? That's Giannis. Well, we going to say that he be baiting, but he's a beast. You're going to have to foul that man. It is what it is. Second is SGA. So SGA played 10 more games than Giannis. And Giannis still had more free throws attempts. But they always talk about Joel Embiid. Oh, Joel Embiid, he shoots. Bro, Giannis at the free throw line more than any player in the NBA, bro. But the problem with Giannis is he doesn't make his free throws as much. He don't make his free throws at a high enough clip for people to be like, oh, man, this is very concerning. Joel Embiid's an 80-plus free throw shooter, so people are going to be like, oh, man, I can't stand Joel Embiid. He makes all his free throws. Same with SGA. He's a 90% free throw shooter. Giannis, I don't know what his free throw shooting percentage is, but I'm going to guess. Educated kids, I'm going to say 75 at the most. 75 at the most. And I'm being nice with the 75, right? And then James Harden was second. Trae Young was third. James Harden was third. Trae Young was fourth. Ant-Man was what? Sixth. Devin Booker's up there. Jokic is up there, top 10. Jalen Brunson. Okay, so where's Luka at? I know Luka be shooting a lot of free throws. Luka's up there too. He's 14. Jaren Jackson, 13? What? DeRozan is 9? See, listen, man. That's crazy. I didn't even think that. Jimmy Butler, 16. Kid Cunningham, 19. Davis, 20. And a lot of these dudes, missed a lot of these games. So this will be even higher if they would have played. I'm surprised Donovan Mitchell is not higher up on this list. I feel like he's a very good free throw shooter. I feel like he's very aggressive and at baiting and all that, which is a good thing. Baiting is a good thing in the NBA, y'all, when it comes to free throw shooting. Get the other team in foul trouble and make an easy free throw. And Stephen Castle is 24. Jalen Green is 25. And Jalen Green should be higher too. I think Jalen Green is underrated, but he just didn't play good in the playoffs. But let me get back to the comments. Embiid is the biggest. Yeah, Embiid be flopping. Hey, listen, Embiid flop. I ain't gonna lie, but he be baiting too. He flops though. I'm not gonna say him cat. They hated on Curry. Man, I don't hate on the Eagles. I just dislike the Eagles. That's the difference between that. You can't handle the truth, T.Y. I don't hate any team. I dislike teams. I dislike the Packers. I dislike the stinking Bears. I dislike the Lions. I dislike all of them. You see the Adrian Peterson jersey in the back? Y'all know what the vibes is over here, man. Y'all know the vibes. Is SGA better than KD and Bron in their prime? No. I'm not. No. And I'm not hating on SGA. I don't want people, oh, Mike, you're hating on it. Nah, I'm not. I'm being honest. I'm just giving you my opinion. Just my opinion. My opinion could be wrong. Your opinion could be right. I'm just giving you my perspective on the situation. I feel like SGA has to do a lot more before I put him in the same conversation of a LeBron James, which is debatably the GOAT in a lot of people's eyes, or put him in the same conversation with a Kevin Durant, which is probably the best scorer of all time, debatably in a lot of people's eyes. Bro, he got to do a lot more. First and foremost, he got to win a championship. Let's put that in the situation. Let's put that there. Until he wins a championship, he can't be in that conversation right now. Darius Garland don't exist now. I love Darius Garland, but Darius Garland got to get traded. Look, this is the problem with the finals right now. We have two fake basketball players that are taking turns running the league in their own way. Why do they hate on Kyrie Irving? I don't know. I'm not sure where you're going with that. Kyrie Irving, I don't think anybody hating on Kyrie. I love Kyrie Irving. Who hating on Kyrie Irving? I think Kyrie Irving is one of the most, I think he has the best handle of all time. I think he's one of the greatest guards of all time. He's one of the best finishers at the rim of all time. I got a lot of respect for Kyrie Irving. And by the way, he got he got some great sneakers too. He's a great ball player. I don't know the man personally, but Kyrie Irving, I would love for him to be in a Sixer uniform. Listen, I will even right now, I will put him on the Sixer uniform. Hey, listen, sorry, Jeremy McKay, you want to sit on the bench, bro. It is what it is. Sit on the bench, bro. That's a player that the Cavaliers might need to go for. But I know they're not, because the Mavericks is going to keep Kyrie. because they got that book. They about to draft Cooper. They got Davis. The Mavericks, let me say this right now. If it wasn't for the injuries of Davis and Kyrie Irving, I believe, and I'm not taking none from the Thunder, I'm not taking none from the Timberwolves, I'm not taking none from the Nuggets, the Clippers, whatever. The Mavericks probably could have represented the West. I'm saying probably if they would have stayed healthy. And now that they're about to draft Cooper Flag, if Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis is healthy, look out in the Western Conference. That's all I'm going to say. You heard it first from your boy Mike Sports Vibes Ballin. You heard it first. SGA is a foul merchant flopper, and Halliburton is a fake basketball player that is the Drake of. Oh, stop it. No, we're not going to do that, Big Test. Don't do that to them dudes, man. They good players. Y'all tripping right now. Y'all, come on now, bruh. Come on, bruh. Hey, listen. You can say what you want about them two, but they're great players and shit. I take slip. My bad. Excuse my language. I would take any of them on my team. Hey, listen. Give me any of them. Listen. Give me one of them. I don't care. Give me any of them. I'll take them. Don't mention my guy Donovan with there. Yo, Mike. Did you see the Steven play? Nah, I haven't seen him. There's rumors that is it Beasley versus Carmelo? That's not going to happen. Did anybody see Steven Jackson versus Beasley? That was 1-on-1. That was a good. I know that's so random. That was a good 1-on-1, bro. The NBA might be worried, man, if that starts to get too big. No, listen, man. I would like to see Allen Iverson get in there, bro. I know AI's a little bit up there. He just turned 50. It is what it is, man. I want to see the great. And by the way, I want to see AI in some way be in a Sixer organization where it's like he don't necessarily got to be a coach. What about him being a scouter, like being part of the scouting team? You know what I mean? Like, I think AI will be able to find some great talent. I give AI one of the greats, man. He my favorite player, probably one of my favorite players of all time. So I guess OKC is OKC is running basketball. They gotta win 2 more though. Remember when we could trade Simmons for Halliburton and Hill? Yeah, Lance. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Lance Stevenson. Yeah, you're right. Beasley versus Lance Stevenson. Yeah, that was a good little battle 1-on-1. But yeah, man. I'm gonna say this. I don't want people feeling like I'm hating on Tyrese. And I'm not saying that your opinion is wrong. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. We just going to have to agree to disagree when it comes to SGA. I just feel like a lot of people are being so critical on everything this man does for some strange reason. It's weird. It's weird to me. But everybody's entitled to their opinion. But what I would say is this. Let's get to the Sixers right now. Now, the Sixers, there's a lot of rumors going around, floating in the atmosphere. First and foremost, that trade with the Pelicans, is it to 7, and then they get to 7 and 21 or something like that? First and foremost, we're not trading back that far. First and foremost, we're not trading. I hope we don't trade back at all. You know what I mean? We're not trading back. There's rumors that the Sixers, I talked about this last time, that they're engaging with the Spurs for the 2nd overall pick. Excuse me. In my honest opinion, right? I wouldn't be mad if they got the 2nd overall pick. I wouldn't be mad if they gave up a future 1st-round pick or whatever to get Dylan Harper. I wouldn't be mad. I like Dylan Harper a lot. My whole thing is this, bro. This is my whole thing. I just feel like Dylan Harper, he better start. If you listen, let me say this one more time. If you trade up to the 2nd overall pick and you're getting rid of future picks, which is fine. I don't really care about draft picks as much as everybody else does. But unless you're just unless your team just is totally bad and you just suck, you need your draft picks. But I look at it like this. If you draft Dylan Harper with the 2nd overall pick, if we trade up with the Spurs, he better start. He better start. He better start. He better not come off the bench. He better start. Now, in my opinion, I'm a 1-2 guy. I'm a three player guy right now. I'm a 4-player guy. I'm a Dylan Harper, number 1 possibly. Ace Bailey and Dylan's like tied. They like tied. Ace Bailey and Dylan's tied for me, bro. for different reasons, right? And people saying that Ace Bailey can't. He's too he really can't do too much offensively. He's going to need time to develop. All these prospects are going to need time to develop. None of these players are going to be able to be an all-star maybe their first year in the NBA. Every prospect, including Cooper Flag, is going to need time to develop. They're all going to make mistakes, but people make it seem like Ace Bailey can't start or he can't, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. But he can't start. He's going to need time to develop. Everybody needs time to develop. And he's like, he doesn't know how to play ball or something. Like he forgot how to shoot the ball or something. To my knowledge, the man is 6'9", 6'10", 6'8", whatever you want to call this man, has a 7-foot wingspan, can play a little bit defense. He's quick. He could drive to the lane. He could break you down off the dribble. He could shoot over top of anybody. He makes the tough shot all the time. Yes, his handle, we didn't really see this much because Dylan had the ball in his hand a lot as well. Like, we forget Dylan had the ball in his hand a lot as well. And Dylan, yes, I think he's a better with his handle. He's better when it comes to change of pace, driving to the rim and all that. I think he's probably a better finisher overall right now, but that's not to say that Ace Bailey can't be a better scorer. It's not to say he can't be the better scorer. The man is 6'9", shooting over everybody. He got the height advantage. He got the length advantage when it comes to guarding. I'm not saying that that just because, I mean, I like Dylan Harper a lot, but people getting it twisted like Ace Bailey can't play or something. I don't understand it. And people saying they got VJ Edgecombe over Ace. we're gonna have to disagree with that. I'm not doing that. I'm not drafting VJ Edgecombe. I don't care how good his defense is. Listen, I don't care. I think I'm not missing out on a potential player that has the potential to be a Tracy. I'll even put like a Jason Tatum in there or whatever. Like, I'm not taking a chance passing that up. I'm not saying VJ Edgecombe can't be a great player. Maybe he could be the next Ant-Man. Maybe he could be better than Ant-Man. I don't know. Maybe he can be like Ant-Man. Ant-Man got his team to the Western Conference Finals 2 times. I'm not saying that VJ Edgecombe isn't good. But for me, it goes like this. Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, Trey Johnson, then VJ Edgecombe. That's just my opinion. No. Hold on. OKC proved to me that they will win it. It's tied up. I don't respect shot. I don't like shot. Oh, man. Hold on. I mean, that's your opinion, though, T.Y. I'm not saying that your opinion is wrong, but it's tied up. It's 2-2. The series could go either way. The NBA Finals is not over. It don't matter that the Thunder won game 4 at the end of the day. Guess what? They got to win 2 more. They both got to win. Both teams got to win 2 more games to win the championship. And this could go either way. I can see the Pacers winning next game. Listen, the Pacers are a good team. And I guarantee if it was the other way around, nobody would be saying, oh my gosh, what would they say? Oh, the series is over. SGA is washed. He's not that good, blah, blah, blah. And the Pacers are this. Now, since the Pacers lost, Tyrese Halliburton is not a superstar. Tyrese Halliburton is this. What the Halliburton? He's not this and that. The Pacers are going to lose. Like, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but this series can still go either way. It's still a 50-50 coin flip for me. It's about, we need to draft picks, keep building, draft ace, and build for the future. I agree with that too. It's about, but I look at it like this. I wouldn't mind picking Dylan Harper though. If there's anybody, if it ain't Cooper Flag or Dylan, I'm not trading up, bro. If you're going to trade up, I like Dylan Harper a lot. I really do. Like, I ain't going to say her in cat. But I like Ace Bailey a lot too. I'm not a VJ guy at all. He type is too common. Ant-Man. No, that's not common, bro. There's not many Ant-Mans. And I put Ant-Man over Jama and DeJounte Murray. He better than both of them. Ant-Man better than both of them. I don't see Job getting his team to the Western Conference Finals 2 times in a row. Guards who can't shoot but runs and don'ts. But Ant-Man can shoot, though. DeJounte Mobby, you got a point with him. Do you remember when Toronto won the championship? It was like nobody cared about it. Dylan is like Brunson. I'm only taking him if the Spurs draft Bailey. So would that be a bad thing? Hey, listen. Would that be a bad thing if he's like Brunson? Hey, listen, Brunson is nice. I'm a Sixer fan. I'm gonna admit that Brunson is nice. Brunson is nice. Why not? That's a good. I think that's pretty darn good to me. What's wrong with him? But I think Dylan, they comparing Dylan to Cade Cunningham, James Harden. But my whole thing is this, man. 6'6" guard. I like that, bro. I like that, bro. Like a lot. I like that a lot, bro. The days of the little guards is over. Well, we're gonna have to draft Dylan Harper then, because we got 2 little guards, bro. Ron Harper's son, I told you he's gonna be great in his jersey. Yeah, I like him a lot, man. I like Dylan. I watched the NBA, but the NHL finals is better. Yeah, you're entitled to your own opinion. I'm not no hate on the NHL finals. The Pacers will not win in Oklahoma. We gonna see. Yeah, they already have. That's a good point, Vinny. That's a good point. They already have. That's why I'm saying when people be saying that the series is over, the series is tied up. How can the series be over when the series is literally tied up? And by the way, everybody, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm roughly 10 subscribers away from hitting 500 subscribers. So if you haven't already and you're enjoying the vibes, consider subscribing. I cover the Sixers on this channel. I cover the Phillies on this channel. I cover the NBA playoffs. I cover a little bit of boxing as well. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Go Eagles. Hey, listen, bro. I'm not an Eagle fan. I'm a Viking fan, but I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. When we play against the Eagles, we gonna beat the brakes off of the Eagles. I'm letting y'all know this right now. By the way, everybody that is a football fan as well, go subscribe to my other channel. It's called Mike Sports Vibes. I have a Viking flag. I go live for absolutely every Viking game. So when we play against the Eagles, I hope to see you in the chat. Again, Mike, M-I-K-E, Sports, S-P-O-R-T-S, Vibes, V-I-B-E-Z. Go subscribe to that channel. I'll be live for every single Minnesota Viking game. Even if you're not a Viking fan, consider subscribing. And we're going to be covering the Timberwolves on that channel. No, I'm not a Timberwolves fan. I'm just literally covering the Timberwolves because honestly, I'm trying to get the people from, like, because most of the time, if you're a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, you might be a Viking fan. So I'm trying to get some of the Timberwolves fans that are Viking fans to support the channel. That's pretty much what it is. And I love great basketball as well. All right, bro. Be easy, Samuel. Teacher Got Game said the more the media pushes the anti-ace agenda. I love that. Oh, man. Teams like the Nets and the Wizards think they can draft. Yeah, right. That's how we know it's a hidden agenda, bro. Listen, bro. I'm an underdog type person, and not to say that Ace Bailey is an underdog because he's going to be a top 3 pick in my honest opinion. I tend to go for the players that people underestimate, that they try to say there's going to be a bust. Because the same people that are saying that Ace Bailey is going to be a bust are the same fans that said Ben Simmons was going to be LeBron James. I keep repeating myself, and I say that because that's my point. Because people thought Ben Simmons was the next LeBron. People thought Ben Simmons was the next Magic Johnson. Come on, bro. Anybody can be wrong. Even these professionals on ESPN could be wrong. Just a little casual, just a fan like me. I could be right or wrong. You know what I mean? I could be wrong as well. But I'm telling you, man, people was trying to compare Ben to LeBron. They trying to make it seem like Ace is a bust. Like he has no chance. Right. That's what I'm saying. They wanted Ben over Ingram and Fultz over. I don't even want to think about it. That's my nightmare right now. I don't even think about it. Nah, bro. You're gonna listen. It is not over, TY. You're entitled to your opinion, bro. Hey, listen. You're entitled to your opinion, bro. You really are. You're entitled. But I don't think the Thunder is just gonna. It's gonna be hard. The Thunder got to win two more times, And I think this is going to be a 7-game series. I think this is going back to OKC in Game 7. I think if my predictions is right, I got OKC winning probably Game 5, right? And then Game 6, I got the Pacers winning Game 6 in Indiana. And then in Game 7, we'll see what happens. 50-50 coin flip. I got OKC winning, but anything can happen in Game 7. We putting up a 50 ball on your. Nah, bro, it's not happening because I'm a Michigan Wolverine fan. Oh, that's what's up. So JJ, oh man, is my guy and wishing. Yeah, I wish him the best, man. That injury could have been a blessing in disguise. Not to say it was something I wish happened, but for him to sit behind and learn the playbook and get the, you know what I mean? I think the best thing for quarterbacks, in my honest opinion, is playing, but he had no choice but to sit out. So I'm, of course, as a Viking fan, I'm cheering for JJ McCarthy and hoping that he stays healthy. And I have a lot of faith in what he does this upcoming season. You know what I mean? I got a lot of confidence, and we have the perfect team around him to be successful. So I think he'll be fine. OKC haven't lost all but one game against the East. They're lost twice already. Yeah. Because the East, they're very, very, listen, man, the Eastern Conference, you might say, listen, even I was hating on the Eastern Conference. Listen, the Eastern Conference got some good teams, man. And depending on what happens with Giannis, depending on what happens with KD, it could change up again. Because the Pacers are going, even if the Pacers do lose, they're not going anywhere. The Knicks ain't going nowhere. Well, then again, I don't know about the Knicks because they fired their coach. And I don't know if they're going to trade, what's his name? Karl Anthony Towns. They talking about trading Karl Anthony Towns. So, and this is what I was saying. My point was when it came to the Timberwolves, the reason why the Timberwolves got rid of Karl Anthony Towns is because it's not because of really just the cap. It's because they don't believe in him. If the Knicks trade Towns, it's because they don't believe in him. It's not because of the money situation. People are giving up on Towns. And listen, I like Towns a lot. But it is like, it's something missing, bro. Something missing with him. I like him a lot, though. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I got it saying we go down 3-2 win. Yeah, I think that's going to be what it is. Get to 110 points and then yeah. I think, and I hope it goes to a Game 7. I was on X last night, and I said I love this NBA Finals. This is the best NBA Finals I've seen since 2001. I'm a Sixers fan. That's the last time I was just like, yo, I was hype about a lot of these NBA Finals, but that was the last time I was like really, really, really hyped. But this time it's been amazing. Like, it's fun basketball to watch, man. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing dudes say we should draft Khan. Nah, we're not drafting Khan, bro. If we do that, I'm done, bro. I'm done with the Sixers, bro. I love the Sixers. My favorite sport team, bro. Basketball is literally my favorite sport. Close second is football. And then you could put baseball third. But come on, bro. Like, we not doing that. And listen, I think he's going to be a good player. But come on, bro. We're not doing that, bro. I want to tune out to the draft. Yo, I can't wait. When's the draft, man? I can't wait. And I should be live for the draft. For real. MB is coming to the Knicks. Oh, gosh. I might like that, though. Towns and Mikal. I might like that, but I might like that, though. I ain't going to lie. I think you said New York needs to keep Towns coming from a Pacers fan. Him and Brunson showed Tibbs needed to utilize the bench. I think they gave up. I think they made a mistake with Tibbs. They just have to listen, play the bench more. But Tibbs got the New York Knicks to the Eastern Conference Final the first time in 20 years, and you fire your head coach. You better hope Jason Kidd. If you hire Jason Kidd, you better hope he gets you there. You better hope. Whoever they hire, you better hope they get them to the Eastern Conference Finals. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, I think they made a mistake with the Tibbs firing. And I feel like Towns and Jalen, it was a good combination. I just feel like, this is my opinion, right? I think Towns will be great in a Pacers uniform. And let me tell you why. Just give me my honest perspective coming from a Sixer fan. By the way, everybody hit the like button. Can I get 20 likes on the stream? And can I please get a couple of subscribers? Hit the subscribe button. Sixer fan covering the NBA playoffs. cover the Sixers, cover the Phillies, and I also cover a little bit of boxing. I will be covering the Tank. I will cover the Tank and Roach fight. I probably most likely will be live for that fight. So if you're into boxing, stay tuned for that. But I think Towns needs a guard that can get him the ball. Like Jalen Brunson is a more of a point guard that is more of a scorer. He's a scorer before he's a passer, a facilitator. Tyrese Halliburton's the opposite. And I feel like Tyrese Halliburton will give Towns the ball a lot more often because there's a lot of times where Towns, he just seems like he disappears throughout the game. It just seems like sometimes he's non-existent sometimes, and he'll be on the basketball court. And I think that is because he's not getting the ball. I said this. I said, yo, the Knicks could get to the finals because of Towns. I know Jalen Brunson, they say he's the best player on the team, and I agree for the most part. But Towns is the dark horse player on the team because if Towns gets the ball and he dominates like he can dominate, there's not many players that has that much in his bag like Towns. I feel like Towns, in my honest opinion, is one of the most gifted centers in the NBA. He's definitely the best shooting center probably in the NBA. He's definitely one of those dudes that he feeds off of his offense. So that's why you got to get him involved offensively, and then his defense will be good maybe if you get on the ball offensively. But I feel like Towns needs to go on a team. Like, I like him and Jalen Brunson. That's a good combination. They played good. Got to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Sixers haven't did it since 2001. So what am I to really talk about that? But I'm just saying, in my opinion, I think he needs to go to a team that has a point guard that's a more pass-friendly point guard before they try to score. That's just my honest opinion. Mike, if you don't stream with other content creators, let's stream the draft, bro. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on that draft. I'm not sure if anybody hits me up. I mean, I'll stream with them. But if I do go live by myself, I got anybody that wants to join the live stream. You can join the live stream and talk your talk. You know what I mean? As long as it's respectful, I don't care who joins the live stream. You don't even got to be a Sixer fan. I don't care. Join the live stream, talk your talk. Let's talk about it. I don't know everything about everybody's team, but I know a little bit about a little bit. I know a little bit about everybody's team, just the basics or whatever. But if you're a Warriors fan, I give you my opinion. If you what else? What's another team that's popular that be on this channel? If you're a New York Knicks fan, I'll talk about it. Like we'll talk about it. But yeah, the draft I will be live. If I don't go live with any other content creators, definitely Teacher Got Game. I got you, bro. You already know I got you, bro. Anybody, AJ. I don't know if AJ's still on the live stream, but my boy AJ, my little brother AJ. Listen, he does give us an edge on the rebounding where it's really always been. Yeah, Miles Turner. I love Miles Turner as a player. I think he's a very, 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 very good player. And defensively, when he wants to be good defensively, that man is a very, very good defender. Especially in Game 3, he had 5 blocks. I think he had like 2 blocks down the stretch on Holmgren. He had 5 blocks in that game. I'm a big Miles Turner fan, but my opinion, I just feel like when it comes to Towns, he needs a point like a more I guess back in the day type guard. Like for instance, like if Rondo was in his prime and he was in the NBA and he was and he was a Celtic or whatever, that would be the team I would want Towns to go to. Go to the Boston Celtics and play with Rondo. Because Rondo is gonna facilitate. He's gonna give you the ball, and he gives you the ball at the right spots. You know what I mean? He needs that type of guard. And like you said, it helps with the rebounding. And I like Miles Turner, but he's not the best rebounder as a center. But I love his defense and I love his offense. I wish he would stop chucking up so many dang on threes all the dang on time and shoot the midi or post up maybe. But that's another story for another day. I do like Miles Turner overall game. I really do. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? And let me say this again because people will be like, oh, I'm saying just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. His post work is better than, yes, way better than Miles Turner's post work. Yeah. He just needs a point guard. Towns needs a point guard, like a pure point guard, not a scoring point guard. Like that's like having Derrick Rose. Like, oh, I miss Derrick Rose. That's like having Derrick Rose, like, and put Towns on the Bulls with Derrick Rose. Yeah, that would be a nasty combination, to be honest with you. But Derrick Rose isn't no dang on facilitator. Like, what are we doing? Westbrook ain't no dang on. Well, no, that's a lie. Let me take that back. People forget that Westbrook averaged a triple-double, I think, a couple of seasons in a row. He's actually a very good facilitator, but the problem is he be out of control some of the times, and he be getting, but I love Westbrook. Westbrook's going to be a Hall of Fame point guard. It could maybe work with Towns, but I think he needs a real pure point guard. Like I need someone like a Tyrese Halliburton, a Chris Paul type dude, if Chris Paul was in his prime. You need someone like that. I'm trying to think of the facilitators. I'm not trying to go too far back, like a Magic Johnson. I'm not trying to go too far back like that, but he needs a point guard that could get him the dang ball, because I think Towns is a straight up dog. How do you feel that TJ and Isaiah Joe, both former, yes, about to win a championship after? Thanks for the comment, bro. Thanks for that comment. Thanks for rubbing it in. Thanks for laughing at me. You're probably laughing at me because I'm reading that comment. Hey, listen, bro. I feel some type of way. That's why I really don't care what team wins. I love great basketball. Who made the best team win? I'm a big TJ McConnell guy. I'm a big Isaiah Joe guy. So I'm more of a TJ McConnell guy than an Isaiah Joe. But the problem with Isaiah Joe is he didn't get the opportunity. So I could be a bigger Isaiah Joe person if Doc Rivers would have gave him some dang on playing time. But when he did play, you seen the potential of him. And by the way, the Thunder need to play that man a little bit more, just a little bit more. But I love TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell is like the Energizer Bunny, bro. Like, he's one of them dudes, you put him on the floor, he's going to do something great. He's going to do something special. Shout out to TJ McConnell. I think was he an undrafted free agent? I don't know if he was an undrafted or was he drafted in the second round. I don't know. I forgot. But shout out to TJ McConnell. Hard work pays off, and that goes for anybody in life. Doesn't matter what you do in life. Hard work pays off. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care whoever doubts you, whoever says, oh, you're never going to do this, you're never going to be successful at this or whatever. I don't care what they say. Who cares what people say? Who cares what the doubters say? TJ McConnell made something of himself being in the NBA when he got the opportunity, and he has shined. TJ McConnell is a straight up dog. I have so much respect for TJ McConnell. I really do. One of my favorite role players. Y'all know, those who watch this channel, I got a lot of respect for Bobby Portis. I'm talking about role players. I got a lot of respect for Josh Hart. I got a lot of respect for TJ McConnell, Alex Caruso, Walker from the Timberwolves. I'm talking about bench players for the most part. Off the top of my head, those are the dudes that I really mess with. I always loved Bobby Portis and how he plays the game. He plays both sides. I don't care about his age. He's still a very good player. I don't care about the age in NBA unless you have a lot of major injuries. Like, for instance, I'm a Joel Embiid guy. That man, 31, 32 years old, that man, his body, listen, I'm not hating. I'm just stating the man's body probably like 40-something years. I'm just being honest, man. Because the injuries add up, bro. The injuries add up. But if you 30-something years old, say you in your mid or late 30s and you don't got no major injuries, yes, you got the age. But if you take care of your body and you still got the athleticism, I don't use age against a lot of players. Like people were trying to come at me a couple of years ago when I was talking about Alex Caruso about the whole injury prone. Yes, he has a lot of injuries throughout his history of playing in NBA. But I always talked about just the chance of him being healthy. And look what Alex Caruso is doing for the Thunder. Alex Caruso had 20 points again off the bench. And it was in Indiana. The Thunder ain't winning that game without Alex Caruso, y'all. Let's just keep. Oh, that's another good role player. But yeah, I feel some type of way that the Sixers always give up great talent. Don't give them the chance. You know what I mean? This is about to win a championship. Hold on. How do you think? Actually, makes sense. But man, hate to see him leave. Been a over. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with Miles Turner. Is he a free agent? Make some. We not contenders, but everybody wanna from our squad. Right. Nah, but listen though, it's our fault though, teacher got game. It's our fault for not giving players the opportunity. It's our fault, not literally the fans. I'm talking about the organization, like the coaching and all that, the GM. Like they not seeing the talent. We see the talent from the outside looking in. We not in the arena. We don't know the locker room or none of that. But we see the talent, the potential. Justin Edwards, I like him a lot. You know what I mean? With more opportunity, some players can shine. Some players are better. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do y'all agree with this? Give me a why or a no for this question. In my opinion, some players, if you come from the G League, second round pick, undrafted free agent, whatever, when they get with more opportunity, they shine compared to just the practice. Sometimes you can't go by what players do in practice. Practice only can tell you so much about a player. When it's game time, players unlock something inside of them and they do so much better. Practice is different from actual game. So when you give these players the opportunity during the game, they do more, surprisingly, to some people. You know what I mean? Shout out to I love D Rose, man. Yeah, I love D Rose, man. And you know what's crazy about D Rose? He got hurt against the Sixers in the wild card game, bro. That's crazy. How could that be, Mike? Kitty Cat stays in foul trouble. You need to study basketball. Okay, T.Y. I'm gonna study more basketball, bro. But yeah. True. Y'all guys always leave and find success. Right. D Rose going TJ a true one. I like TJ. Ben Simmons on a vet. No, bruh. That whole listen, teacher got game. I don't want nothing to do with Ben Simmons. It's nothing personal. But I want that page to be. We moving on to another direction, y'all. We don't gotta keep on going in a circle. And listen, there's only a couple players I'm willing to take back, and he ain't one of them. He quit on the team. He quit on Joel Embiid. He quit on the Philadelphia 76er fan base. And he started to have regrets when he left. Because you got to be careful. The grass ain't greener on the other side. It's kind of like when you're in a relationship. And somebody leaves somebody. You feel me? And they think the grass is greener on the other side. And that's not always the case. Ben Simmons left the Sixers. And that's why he had that one interview. It's like, yo, I really appreciate the Sixer fan base. Nah, bro, we don't want you back, bro. I don't want you coming off the bench. I don't want you in a 76er uniform. Stay away. We're trying to build a winning culture here. And you're part, and we don't want you part of the culture, bro. Because I don't think he cares about the game as much as we want all our players to think like Jimmy Butler. We want players to have that dog in them. We want all our players to think like a SGA or Tyrese Halliburton. We want them to have that it factor. We don't want no Ben Simmons coming to the Sixers, not on a minimum, not even for 50 cents, not even for a penny. I don't want that man coming to the Sixers for nothing. Nada. We ain't waste. Listen, I'll have an undrafted free agent sit on the bench and just sit on the bench, and I'd rather have him than have Ben Simmons. I'm keeping it real. And this is not no hate, but he quit on our team, and I'm not accepting a quitter to come back on our team. Yeah, TJ, one more time. Yeah, you got to keep doing it. We never got to see. Oh, my gosh, bro. I don't want to never see it. I don't want to never see it, bro. You have to give them reps in game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Tuner Sports. A lot of people think because they think when they see them in practice, they're not going to shine on that court. A lot of these dudes, what if they're not a practice person? You ever heard about like a test taker, right? All right, for instance, right? They might not be good at taking tests, like a written test, right? But if you was to test them and like test them like physically, like say they had to like change a toilet, like say they had to take a test, they had to say step by step on how to change a toilet, right? They'll fail that, right? But if you test them and they have to do it physically, they'll ace it. Some players are different they're better. They're not a good practice player, but they're a better in-game player. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, Some players are not I mean, they're solid. I'm not saying they just absolutely terrible. You're not going to play a player that's absolutely terrible in practice, but you got to give them a chance. You got to give them an opportunity. By the way, everybody that's in the building, make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm roughly 5 subscribers away from that big 500 subscribers. Let's go! I can't believe I'm this close, man. I'm so proud of myself, man. This is my second YouTube channel. And I'm like really trying to reach my goal, man. Trying to reach that goal of the past 500, but I'm trying to it's levels to the game. Get the 500 and move on from there. But salute to everybody that subscribed to my channel. I truly appreciate y'all. But I will return the Sixers when PG. You don't gotta return. You're a Knicks fan. We don't want you to return. Ben was both. Thank you, Vinny. Appreciate that comment. High key 76ers is my second team only because oh my gosh, I miss AI, bro. All time favorite player. Ben Simmons was both. Yes, man. But my whole thing is people try to say Ben Simmons was LeBron, bro. Like, that's what got me. Like, look, you could say, listen, I think Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Some people going to disagree. It is what it is. Agree to disagree, right? But LeBron James, I have never seen a player play like him. Like, all jokes aside, I'm talking about from high school to NBA, his first year with the Cavs. Everybody was doubting LeBron James, including my guy Charles Barkley. People was hating on him, saying he wasn't going to be good in the NBA. I'm not saying Charles Barkley said those exact words, but people was hating on LeBron. And LeBron came in the NBA wearing number 23. You know, his favorite player of all time, obviously got to be Michael Jordan, right? And people was like Skip Bayless and dudes like that, the big names like that was coming at him. And LeBron James destroyed all the narratives, bro. You could say what he wanted. He did lose 6 finals, but the man won 4 finals. The man is one of the greatest players of all time, one of the best two-way players of all time, one of the best unstoppable players driving to the rim. I don't think there's anybody that I can name off the top of my head probably besides Michael Jordan driving to the lane that's unguardable. And Michael was a little different because he's sticking his tongue out doing reverse layups, and he's in the air for like 50 minutes and then does a finger roll layup off the backboard and he has his tongue out. I would feel disrespected if I was those players. I'd be like, nah, you ain't gonna be doing all that, bro. No wonder the Detroit Pistons was doing what they was doing, because I would have felt disrespected if Michael Jordan was doing that to me. I'm not gonna say here and cat. I would have felt disrespected. But getting back to LeBron, LeBron is just the IQ on the court, the facilitating. He's the closest to Magic Johnson when it comes to facilitating. At one point, I mean, I still think that he can still facilitate at a high level. There's not many players that can facilitate like LeBron when he wants to be a point guard. Like, that's the thing. The man can play 1 through 5, not really 5. In his prime, he can guard 5 in his prime, depending on who it is he's guarding. But that man can literally play 1 through 5. Like, for real. In his prime. But he can play point guard. You know what I mean? He can play shooting guard. He can play small forward. He can play any position. That's how great LeBron is. I don't even know why I'm talking about LeBron. Why am I even talking about LeBron right now? The Sixers picked up like Drummond and Kyle. And I blame you, Ty. Can he come back as the ball boy? No, he can't even come back as the ball boy. He can't come back as the ball boy. He can't come back as nothing. Just stay on the bench. You can come as a civilian, buying a ticket and watching the game. Or you could be on the other team, the other bench. I don't want him in the Sixer uniform. They was hating on him before he got into the league. Yeah, for real. Oh, man, we ain't worried about that. Ben is a legit, really good player, yet to have a series like he did against the Hawks. Yeah, I would say this. He made a mistake. He should have stayed with the Sixers. And he would have been a lot better player. And I think he needed, and look, and am I giving us fans too much credit? I'm going to give the Philadelphia 76er fans a lot of credit. Because I feel like we would have applied that pressure to Ben Simmons. I'm not saying it would have worked. But we would have applied that pressure and say, Ben Simmons, shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. Work on your mid. If Ben Simmons would have had a midi, I'm not even talking about a 3. If he would have worked on his midi, he would be great. because he can run the half court offense, because he can run a pick and roll, and he can shoot the midi from the free throw line. But he worked on no offensive game. He was terrible from the free throw line. He couldn't shoot the free throw. He had no offensive game besides a fast break dunk or a layup. He could not score any way else. A rare occasional midi, a fadeaway midi, a rare occasional midi. But that's the problem. His head was so big being the first overall pick, winning the Rookie of the Year. People was comparing him to great players like Magic and LeBron, and he thought he didn't have to work on his game. Every great player has flaws, and they had to work on their game. There's not one player that you can name that didn't have some type of flaws. They had to work on something, and even if we don't know they had the flaw, I guarantee you they do. Why do you think Kobe Bryant was always in the gym? He tried to get better every game, every day. Why do you think Michael was doing what he was doing? Why do you think, like, a lot of players that are great, I promise you they all had flaws, but they had to work on the game. Ben Simmons didn't work on his game. Jordan and LeBron, the greatest to touch the basketball. Yeah, I agree. Don't forget Kareem. Don't forget Kareem up there, too. Howie tripping for sending CJ to Houston. Preach. Man, super talented and want to put – he didn't want to put in the work. That's a fact, though. And listen, I'm not hating on Ben. But let's keep it real. Ben Simmons didn't add any elements to his game offensively for him to stay in the game. It was Hacker Ben. You know how embarrassing that is being a point guard? They said not Hacker Shaq, because Shaq was out the NBA. Hacker Ben, bro. The Hawks was hacking a Ben, bro. And Doc, listen, man, that's embarrassing. And he didn't even work on his free throw shooting, bro. That's what makes it so bad. His head, people's head, their what's it called? Their ego be so big. They don't want to admit when they wrong or when they have to improve on something. The greatest thing about people, like the biggest thing that people can do, even when they're good at something, and they're wrong about something, they're usually good at it, but they get it wrong. They get the prediction wrong. They get something wrong. Is to admit when you're wrong and be like, yo, I was wrong. I'm going to figure it out. Truth. I was one of the compared him to LeBron. And I never once, listen, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. At the time I was in the military and I was talking to one of my battles. I said, yo, he was like, cause he's a Lakers fan. I said, yo, what'd I say? I said, yo, he said, what'd I say? I said, yo, I don't want Ben Simmons. He said, you're crazy. He's the next Magic Johnson. I gave him the look like that, right? I said, what are you talking about? What am I not seeing? Just because you see highlights of this man on the fast break, okay, so what? Oh, he's 6'10", he got handled. Okay, what about the half court? You see any replays in the half court offense? No. What about his offensive game? Does he have any offensive game besides dunking the dang on ball and layups? No. Where's the Magic Johnson I'm seeing? Magic Johnson worked on his midi. He didn't have a midi coming into the NBA. He worked on the midi. He developed the midi. I don't see Ben Simmons hitting the midi. Where am I seeing this at? I said, I want Brandon Ingram. He said, what? You want Brandon Ingram? I said, yes, I want Brandon Ingram. I said, he reminds me of Kevin Durant. I was wrong about the KD prediction. But I think the Sixers would have been in a better position having Brandon Ingram than a Ben Simmons. Even though Brandon Ingram is injury prone, I'm not going to say here in cap. He's injury prone. I think he would have been better with the Sixers. I think Sixer fan base would have appreciated him a little bit more than Ben Simmons, because Ben Simmons gave us that Rookie of the Year, and then the following year, all his stats dropped from the free throw shooting to everything dropped. And people want to talk about Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid made this man look a lot better. He covered up a lot of flaws. Joel Embiid covered up a lot of flaws. People don't want to give Joel Embiid the credit. Joel Embiid did not play with a pure point guard to get him the ball. Ben Simmons was not a pure point guard. He was a good point guard when it came to fast break points. But in that half-court offense, come on. He was a non-factor. He was a non-factor. because he couldn't shoot or he won't shoot. The ball. I was done supporting him after that series. Then he left and gave up on the team. That's why I lost a little bit of respect for my guy KD, because going to KD, like I love KD. I'm going all over the place. We just talking about the NBA. When KD left and went to the Warriors, man, after losing, I was just like, man, why, bro? Y'all was up 3-1. Y'all let them come back and y'all choked. You had Westbrook. All y'all had to do was just get one more piece and play better. Y'all should have won that series. And when KD left and went to the Warriors, I said, man, this is so corny, bro. So corny. Yet, yes, he was the MVP of the finals. I understand that he was the best player when it counted the most. KD was. But at the same time, bro, you played with a whole all-star team. Green was an all-star. Klay Thompson was an all-star. Steph Curry was an all-star. They had a lot of all-stars, bro. They had 4 all-stars on the same team. Bull crap, bro. And I'm not taking nothing away from them, but I'm taking something away from them, bro. Because I just don't. Where's the competition? And I understand, unless you really did not like Westbrook, but then don't talk. Don't be one side. Don't be two-sided, a two-sided person where one minute you saying I ain't going nowhere and I like Westbrook and blah blah blah, and the next minute you getting traded, you signing with the Warriors, bro. Don't do that. You talking about John Morant, T.Y.? I like John Morant. I like John Morant a lot. He just gotta find a different whatchamacallit. He has to find a different crowd. Not everybody's around you is good for you, man. Sometimes you might have a friend that you think is a so-called friend for over 20 years, and you find out, and when you think about them 20 years, this man's always hating on you. This man's always doing some nut stuff, doing some stupid stuff. Like, man, and you find out, you're like, dang, when I really look back, this man was never good. Then you gotta shed them, you gotta shed those fans, you gotta shed those people around you. It can even be family members. If the people ain't good around you and they could potentially mess up your career, John Morant should be mentioned as one of the, like, he should be mentioned with Ant-Man a lot more. He should be mentioned as probably debatably the best American player in the NBA because that man is simply talented. I like John Morant a lot. I like him. But the problem is that man always doing some nut stuff. He always around some nutty people. Always around people that's a bad influence on his career. You want to be so tough with, like, why everybody want to be so tough? I don't understand it. I ain't gonna sit here and listen. I know we changing up the subject a little bit, but life is too short to be locked up, man. Hey, listen, I don't know what these people be trying to, like, why people try to be so tough. Dude, you're in the NBA, you making millions of dollars, and you trying to be so tough for what? For what? Like, come on. Joel attempted threes, whether uncontested. Simmons wouldn't shoot. Yeah, he wouldn't shoot wide open middies, bro. Hey, bro, it's even deeper than that, bro. He wouldn't even shoot wide. He'll be wide open. The dudes would disrespect him. You run a pick and roll, guess what? They're not even going to guard Ben Simmons. They're going to let him be out. They're going to let him be wide open. And guess what he's going to do? He going to pass it. Yo, I can't make this stuff up. If you a Sixer fan, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all could have had with the Halliburton and Embiid on the same dang time. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Can't man. No, that would never happen. And first of all, Ant-Man got his team. If you're talking about Anthony Edwards, he got his team to the Western Conference Finals twice in a row. So I don't know why you're even saying that, because at the end of the day, the man's 23 years old and got his team to the Western Conference Finals 2 times in a row. What Sixer player is doing that for us right now? I'll wait. And I'm a Sixer fan, but I got to keep it real. I'm a Sixer fan, and I'm being real with you right now, T.Y. Name one player getting us to the Eastern Conference Finals twice in a row. I'll wait. It ain't Tyrese Maxey. He can't do it. He hasn't done it. Ant-Man is 23 years old and got his team to the Western Conference Finals 2 times in a row. So if you're hating on Ant-Man, that's the wrong person to hate on. We try to get on that level of getting to the conference finals twice. We can't even get out the second round. And I'm just being real as a Sixer fan. I'm being real. John Moran got the talent, but just not the work ethic. Yeah, his mindset is terrible. His mindset is terrible. You know what team he needs to be on? The Philadelphia 76ers. Listen, or the Heat. No, not the Heat, because Miami. No, we don't want him going to Miami. Too much temptation. Hey, listen, don't go to Miami. Never mind, take that back. I take that back. Go to Philly. Because the Philly fans ain't gonna tolerate it. That's why Ben Simmons wanted to leave. He couldn't help himself. He said, I gotta leave. The Philadelphia fan base is too tough. It's too tough. And that's why I got a lot of respect for Joel, because even though people hate on Joel, they come at him, including myself. I say, yo, you got to stay healthy, my guy. At the end of the day, what? Joel Embiid is still here. He didn't request a trade, and he's trying his hardest to get back. We'll see what happens with Joel, but let's keep it real. Yeah, his mentality is messed up. And I don't know what's up with Bull. I really don't know. Can you briefly compare how Bailey will help us over VJ and Trey? All right, so when I think of Bailey, oh man, I think he's a better when it comes to tougher shots, like shooting over the defenders. He'll make those contested shots, right? Better than VJ and Trey. And I'm a big Trey guy. You know how I feel about Trey. I think Trey is a better overall scorer, a streaky shooter, a better three-point shooter than everybody that we naming right now. I think he's a 40% three-point shooter. He might be higher than that. I think he's at least a 40% three-point shooter. His his shot motion is so smooth. It doesn't look like it's forced or hard. It's just a smooth shot. When I'm talking about Trey right now. I think he's a better overall scorer. But the difference between and then when you go to VJ's just a better defender overall than all of them, better than Ace and Trey. But that's for now. That's not including NBA development. Like when Ace gets in the NBA, he has the potential to be a better defender than both of them, and that's just because of the size, his height, his length of his arm is 7 feet plus. So he has the potential to be better. But when it comes to shot making ability, when it comes to contested shots, Ace Bailey, in my opinion, is better than all of them. When it comes to, I think Ace Bailey's handle is underrated. So I don't even want to talk about, oh, he don't got handle. I'm not even gonna go that route. But I will say Trey got some handle. I think Trey is going to shock a lot of people in the NBA. Not saying he's going to be better than Dylan Harper, but I'm gonna say this right now. Trey could easily be the best point guard coming out of this draft. And you heard it first from me. Everybody's gonna say, Mike, you tripping, bro. You capping, bro. You don't know what you talking about, bro. Listen, Trey, what is he? 6'6". He got handled. He has the best offensive game, in my opinion, out of the players that we just mentioned. Not when it comes to contested shots. I think the best contested shot making ability is Ace Bailey, but I like Trey a lot. I really do. And when it comes to VJ, he's just the most explosive out of the three players. VJ is the most explosive out of them. He's probably the best explosive finisher. I don't want to say he's the best finisher at the rim, but he's the best explosive finisher, meaning he's gonna dunk on your face. He's gonna dunk on you. If you in the paint, he's gonna try to John Morant. He's gonna try to dunk on your face, bro. He's gonna be like John Morant dunking on people watching the NBA. And people gonna be like, oh my gosh, he's the best from the draft. We should have drafted DJ. It's not all about dunking on people, y'all. It's bigger, it's more to NBA than just dunking on people's faces. What about everything else? But yeah, I think Ace has the higher ceiling because of his height. And I just like him. The interviews that I'm watching, I love what he's saying. He's like, yo, it might be a tough shot for other people. He's not being cocky. He's just being confident. He's just being confident. He's not being arrogant. He's being confident. He's like, it might be tough for other people to make the shot, but guess what? I work on it all the time. So it's not hard. It's hard. It looks hard for y'all. It might be hard for other players, but it's just a normal shot for me. in other words. And that's why I like Ace Bailey a lot. Ace Bailey really could be, he could mess around and be the best player coming out this draft, and that's including Cooper Flag. He could. Who really knows? Trey Johnson could be the best player. Who knows? VJ could be the best player. But for me, it goes Dylan. I'm not talking about Cooper because Cooper's going to be the first overall pick. As a Sixer fan, I got Dylan, Ace, Trey, VJ. But salute to everybody. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. 6 subscribers away from the big 500 subscribers. Shout out to each and every one of you that support me on this channel. We cover the Sixers, the Phillies. We also cover the NBA playoffs, NBA breaking news, and we will also cover a little bit of boxing as well. Can you? John Morant need to stay away from the city areas. Yeah, he can't be in the city areas in Philly either if he was going to come to Philly. But I would love John Morant in Philly. That'd be awesome. Not for sure. Even Ant-Man, not much as Ant-Man, but he works on it. It comes like you said from the mentality. Yup. I could be wrong. Hoping I'm wrong. Job would make the West. Nah, we don't listen. Good for it. Yeah. The problem, the Grizzlies have the talent. They have the talent to be a threat in the West. It's just John Morant, his mentality, bro. So I agree. Mentality is key. You know the guys that really want it bad, but I think he just have the mature more. He's still young. Listen, bro, there's younger players that are more mature than John Morant, bro. That are more mature than John Morant. How old is John Morant? Let me look him up. Listen, he don't got no excuses for me, bro. Because you messed up once. You messed up twice. How many times you going to mess up, bro? How many times are you going to mess up? Let me say, hold up. John Morant. He's young. I know he got to be 20, like 23, what? He's 25. He ain't no dang on 19-year-old, 18-year-old making it. Listen, he's 25 years old, bro. Listen, after the first couple of times. Oh, let me say this real quick. I just seen a player on the screen that I want to talk about. I want him on the Sixers, man. I want everybody on the dang on Sixers. We're going to make a trade. It is what it is, bro. Hey, listen. Hey, hear me out, y'all. I'm about to say something crazy. Y'all. Hey, listen, LaMelo Ball. How y'all feel about LaMelo Ball, y'all? What's y'all honest opinion? Besides the injuries, I know he's injury prone. How y'all feel about him? I think he needs to be traded. The Charlotte Hornets are wasting his young prime of his career. He needs to leave. The Charlotte Hornets are wasting his young prime. This early prime. His early prime years is being wasted. And I'm not trying to come at Charlotte. I'm pretty sure it's a great city. You know what I'm saying? But my gosh, bro. The Charlotte don't have no chance. They're never going to have a chance to do anything. I mean, like, my goodness. I get rid of him. Like, I mean, I know he's the ticket sales. You ain't going to get rid of your ticket sale. The guy that brings everybody in the building, you're not going to do that. Ooh, excuse me. I'm about to get off, y'all. I'm yapping right now. I'm just talking with y'all, vibing with y'all. Hopefully, y'all having a good weekend. I'm trying to see something real quick. Yo, I remember when they were trying to say that Cooper was going to go to the Hornets. Like, the Hornets, because the Hornets had like the worst record or something like that, or the Wizards. I'm not sure who had the worst record, but the Hornets are in a weaker conference in the Eastern Conference, and they still can't do nothing in the East. They got to get rid of that bull. Hold up. Bad luck, Mike. is what they call it. Oh, what? LaMelo Ball can hoop. He need to go to he need to go to the he need to go to I would say Sixers, but I don't know. Or a team that actually going to make the playoffs. Yeah. I don't know, man. You know what team he should go to? Pistons. How would that work, y'all? Leave in the comments below. LaMelo Ball and Cade Cunningham. Leave in the comments below. Would that work? Would that work? I just thought of that, man. Off the top of my head. LaMelo Ball and Cade Cunningham. Would that work? Happy Father's Day. Oh, thank you, Jonas. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. LaMelo overall, I would say no. Mentality, he more, yeah. John lacks the mentality, yes, and Sean, but he do. Yeah, money. Yeah, he do seem a little Hollywood. So like, I think he'll be good with the Pistons. I think he'll be good with the Pistons. He does, but LaMelo Ball, he do seem a little Hollywood, man. He seem a little Hollywood. Had to put overtime today, 6 straight days. Oh man, get that money though, bro. Get that money, bro. And be safe. Don't overwork yourself though. Morant is the Antonio. Don't say that. Yo, I heard the news about Bull. I hope the best for man. I heard the best for him, man. Hope the best for him. He is playmaker though. He's no scrub. Yes. 10 hours. Oh, get that moolah. And get that moolah. 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 Don't hate on my singing. KD. Hold on. I would take LaMelo before I take. Oh, heck yes. John Morant, you might mess around. He might be suspended for the whole dang on year. Next thing you look up, he has a 50-point game. Next minute, you know he's celebrating and he gets suspended for the whole dang on year. Listen. I can't trust John Morant. I hope the best for the brother. I hope the best for him, but I can't trust him. KD. And by the way, everybody, Tune In Sports, check out his channel. He has a YouTube channel. Check my homie's channel out, man. Tune In Sports. He is a Cavalier fan. He's a Cavalier fan. I don't judge him. That's my homie. That's my brother from another mother. He a Cavaliers fan, but he good people. Check out his channel. He knows what he's talking about. He knows basketball. He knows basketball, even though we disagree with some things. That's what brothers do. We disagree with some things. That's cool though. But go check out Tune In Sports if whenever y'all get a chance. Go check his channel out. KD back with the Thunder or Timberwolves. I thought about it the other day. I don't think the Thunder would take KD back after him just leaving the way he did, bro. See, then again, I don't know because LeBron went back to the Cavs. But what was worse in y'all opinion? When LeBron left the Cavs or when KD left the Thunder? Can y'all please leave in the comments? Let me know how y'all feel about who was worse? Was it LeBron making the whole what was it like he had like a whole ESPN show? The what's it called? What was the show called? The answer, the choice, what was it called? What was it called, y'all? What was it called? Dang. I like SGA. The kid is very special. He could be the next KD. Yo, you know what he remind me of? He do play like KD. He gotta do a little bit more though. He gotta do a little bit more for me to really get into that bag. But I really do love how his same way. I actually had a comparison the other day about Kobe. He plays like Kobe a little bit. Similarities. Not that he is Kobe, but some of the similarities, the way he plays. And I'm talking about the Kobe Bryant when he was 24, not 8. Not the 8. Not when Kobe was number 8. I'm talking about Kobe Bryant when he was number 24. When he was number 24, he was more, his footwork was on another level. He turn around midi, can bait you into a foul easily, destroy you off the dribble, easy layup. Like number 8 was the more like the athletic dunking on you and just making you look crazy. And I don't know if he got injured or what, and then he just started playing a little bit different, but his game, in my opinion, was a lot better when I'm not saying that when he was number 8 he wasn't good. I'm not saying that, but I think when he was number 24, I think the early 24 years for Kobe Bryant was on another level. I loved Kobe Bryant when he was number 24. I loved it. Clippers would use him. He'll go back to Cali. Ja always getting caught with. That's what I'm saying, though. That's why I said if I had to choose between a LaMelo Ball or a Ja, like I said, he'll score 50 points in the game, and the next minute he'll celebrate with the homies, with the so-called homies, and he'll be suspended the whole rest of the year. See that I can't have that. I can't have that. I'm hyped, celebrating. Yeah, my guy John Moran scored 50 points. He dunked on such and such. He dunked on this dude. He dunked on whatever. You know what I mean? And then we turn around, breaking news. John Moran suspended for the rest of the year. No. Hey, listen, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Still goes to zero. Stop it. Appreciate it, bro. No, hey, bro, you already know, bro. You already know, hey, bro, you already know the vibes. I hope my eyes ain't red, man. My allergies, my eyes are itching. I hope I don't look like I'm on. My eyes are itching, man. I gotta take my allergy medicine. If the Cavs wasn't injured, they could have. Yes, the Cavs could have definitely went to the. I had the Cavs winning the Eastern Conference. Those who know I'm not capping. I said that I thought the Cavs were going to win it. I think it's a combination of injuries, and I think the injuries really stopped them. I'm not going to say that they would have definitely made it to the finals. I picked them to go to the finals, but I'm not going to definitely say they would have made it, but they would have had a better chance. My whole thing with the Cavs, and I said it before, and my bull tuning sports know how I feel. I love Garland as a player. He just always hurt, right? You have to get rid of him. And Jared Allen is Rudy 2.0. So I got to get rid of him. Got to get rid of him and get somebody better. Go get you a KD. Go get you a Giannis. Make a trade. Get rid of Garland and Jared Allen and get you a KD or something. I don't know, but you gotta get somebody that has more of an it factor. But do not get rid of Donovan Mitchell. Do not get rid of Mobley. Keep them too, and just improve. Just improve. And draft well. I'm not sure who you got. If you have a second round pick, just make sure you draft well. Second round picks are slept on in the NBA draft. Second round picks should not be slept on. If you pick right, you can get someone that is pretty good. Never know. Just like in the first round, you never know. Zion got hold on. Penn State Super. Oh, hold on. Zion got game 100. Just hasn't. Hold on to me. In my opinion, worked hard enough. Yeah, I like Zion. Zion is a very what should I say about Zion? Such a gifted player. I was watching some of his highlights in high school. Seemed like he was always the biggest, tallest player in high school and just dominant. Very explosive, driving to the rim. Not the best three-point shooter, but he can make the three. He can make the midi. Very explosive driving to the rim. I'm not going to say he's just going to break anybody down off the dribble, but he can drive right past you because his explosiveness and his speed, I think, shocks a lot of people because he's quicker than what he looks like. Like, if you look at him, you're like, oh, he ain't that quick. No, that man is quick. He's quick on his feet. He's going to drive right past you and dunk on you. So I love Zion as a player. I think his game is he's very good. The problem is his mind. His mind, meaning his work ethic. Is his work ethic legit? I don't know because I don't know personally. But if it's true, I look at it like this. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, y'all. I know people, and I'm not coming at anybody. But if he has an issue staying in shape, I blame him more than anybody. Because I look at it like this. And I'm not counting nobody's money, but correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. If y'all was a professional athlete, right? And you're an all-star, right? Because he's an all-star, right? One of the top players in the world. And people or saying that you need to get in shape or stay in shape, wouldn't you hire a chef? Forget the McDonald's, no disrespect. Forget the Burger King. Forget the Wendy's. Forget the Taco Bell. Forget the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Forget the Popeyes. Forget the Chipotle. Forget forget it all. Get you a personal chef. If the rumors are true about LeBron paying a personal chef millions of dollars every year, that's what you need to do, bro. And hire you a good physical trainer. I'm pretty sure the team got good physical trainers that you could hire, personal, for your off season workouts and stuff, and during the season. Like, stop making this harder than what it is. You're a professional athlete. This is your job. This is your professional job. This is you. You worked your whole life to get to this point. Yes, you got the bag, but you could be a great player, not just a good player. He's a good player, but he could be a great player if his mindset is in the right place. I just feel like the in shape part, I don't give too much of an excuse for athletes because you have the type of money that you can hire the people. They both was bad because how LeBron done it was televised. Yes, it was called The Decision. The Decision. That's what it was called. Yeah, Jones wasn't good in the past. My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. KD was upset that they got rid of him. Oh, that's why. Thunder and I don't know. That's the first time I'm hearing that. Where I have no problem with KD joining the Warriors, but he did join a team that right. I would never do that. I don't think Michael, none of the Kobe, none of them. Yes, if the Cavs were completely healthy, but regular season is different from postseason, though, bro. We got to remember that. Regular season is different from postseason. Not taking nothing away from regular season, but I promise you, tune in sports. I know he's a Cavs fan, and I'm pretty sure all the Cavs fans all around the world will say the same thing. They'd rather be healthy than having the best record in the Eastern Conference. Because at the end of the day, guess what? That game 7 only that home court advantage only really works out for you when it's home when that game 7 comes around. And like I said, some players like going against teams in game 7, not at home, because there's maybe more pressure for that team when you're at home. And some players like the whole world against them. You know what I mean? Some players feed off of that. Some players like to shut up the other team crowd. That's why they didn't advance Jones because the better team Jones Cook and they was number 1. My homie that said Pacers just better. I think if you're talking about Pacers and Thunder, I truly believe that both teams they both play real team basketball. But I will agree with him on the aspect of I just think the Pacers' ball movement is more consistently better. But that's not to say that the Thunder's ball movement isn't great as well. I just think the Pacers' ball movement is just better. But at the end of the day, we're gonna see. We got two. Who's gonna win 2 more games? You know what I mean? And we'll see what happens. But I do love the Pacers ball movement. I think it's amazing how they move the ball around. It gets to the point, it gets on my nerves sometimes because they pass the ball too much. Sometimes they can sometimes they can pass the ball way too many times. It's like, dang, the shot don't got to be perfect. Like, dang, let it be like in the NBA, you're not going to be wide open all the time, bro. You're going to have to make a shot that it's going to be wide open, but not like complete, not like to the point where there's a player that's like 30 feet away from you or 5 feet away from you. Sometimes you're going to have to make a shot that's considered wide open. You know what I mean? When you have a foot or 2 feet on somebody, that's like wide open shot. Like they overly passing the ball, and it's just like sometimes it'd be like a forced 3, and they just be bricking for chicken when they could have shot that layup or whatever. But sometimes they overly pass the ball. The Cavaliers, Browns, or oh man, we haven't seen the Cavs in the playoffs since the last time LeBron took them to the finals. They something special. Yeah, and Cavs has a championship in Browns. Cavs definitely got mad talent. True. Westbrook was a ball hog. That's something KD hated. Injuries part of the game. Pacers deserve the respect. They beat the Cavs. Yeah, fair and square. But like I said, like I just feel like, and I had no respect for the Pacers all like that. Man, I have respect for them, but I didn't think they was going to get in. I didn't know it was going to be in the finals. I don't think, besides Pacer fans, let's be real. Did anybody think they was going to be in the playoffs? I mean, not in the playoffs, in the finals. I mean, who thought they was going to be in the finals? I ain't talking about. I'm not talking to the Pacer fans. I'm talking about everybody that's not a Pacer fan. Who had these dudes in the finals? I knew there was a deep team. I didn't watch them all like that unless they were playing against the Sixers. I knew they had a lot of dogs, but I had the Cavs. I had the Cavs representing the East, bro. For real, I really did. The Phillies are going to play soon. Yup, Phillies about to play. It's the Blue Jays. Hopefully they win again. The finals will come down to Game 7. I hope so. Stop it, T.Y. He was, yeah. I said early before they kicked. OKC didn't get the first game. Yeah, I feel like the Pacers, what they did, they started the series in the finals amazing by winning that first game, right? But they didn't take care of home. That was the deal. You take care of home, be up 3-1. Now it's tied up 2-2. That's the issue. But it can still go either way. Thank you, Jonas. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Cavs got out coached also. No one. I didn't know who was going to represent the West in the finals because there's too many good teams. It could have been the Clippers, the Nuggets, could have been the Timberwolves, could have been so many teams. I couldn't even pick. But all right, y'all, I'm getting off. I've been live for a minute. I've been live for a long time. I didn't even realize I was live for 2 hours. I've been live for almost 2. That's how much I be yapping a lot, and I didn't even notice I was live for 2 hours, y'all. Listen, can y'all believe we was live for 2 hours? Ain't no game on. I'm just talking. That is crazy. By the way, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button on your way out. Share. If you know anybody that's a Sixer fan, Phillies fan, or NBA fan, or boxing fan, or just likes good vibes, share. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button on your way out of the door. JJ is a smart quarterback, low turnover quarterback. Yeah, not super athletic, but can make plays. Yes, he definitely a winner. Let's go. Believe me. Hey, listen, Vinny, make sure you subscribe to Mike Sports Vibes, my YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel. I talk about the Vikings. Mike, M-I-K-E, Sports, S-P-O-R-T-S, Vibes spelled with a Z, V-I-B-E-Z. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. I'm going live for every Viking game. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. He said, you talk too much. I do, man. I be yapping. Westbrook has no range, so what? Oh, hold on, T.I. Don't disrespect Westbrook, bro. Don't disrespect that boy. That boy a Hall of Famer. But you know the vibes, T.Y. Shout out to my guy, T.Y. Shout out to my guy, Toon. My guy, Chris Farrell. Shout out to Vinny. First time seeing you in the chat, Vinny. Nice to see you, bro. Hope to see you more in the chat. Shout out to Jonas. Shout out to Star Wars. And shout out to everybody that hasn't, Mary, and everybody that's been in and out of the chat throughout. Even if you didn't make a comment, don't be shy. I promise you it's okay. I love vibing with y'all and talking to y'all. It's all good. You feel me? But I'm gonna be getting off. Salute to y'all, man. JJ. Okay, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, Miller. JJ was set up with 2 great wideouts. Yes, tight end and a veteran running back. Hard to mess this up. Go
I believe in my Wolverines players that go. Yeah. Oh, so you're a Wolverines fan too. A lot of Wolverine fans. I guess Michigan is in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Again, salute to each and every one of y'all. And as always, God bless and have a wonderful day. And I should be live for the next finals game with the scoreboard. But man, this is a great finals. Even if you're a Pacers fan or a Thunder fan, I hope you're enjoying the finals like I am. You know what I mean? I know it's a little bit more uh maybe stressful or crucial, like critical for y'all because y'all might be a fan of these teams, but I say just enjoy the game. Like enjoy it as much as you possibly can because this is very, very, very this is a very, very good finals. The best finals since, like I said, since 2001 for me as a Sixer fan. But shout out to all y'all. Basketball, I'm a Tar Heels fan. Okay, okay. You call Holly a superstar. SGA took over. Oh my gosh. I can't. Salute to y'all. I'm out. Peace out, y'all.